Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for practicing with me today in this lovely post-workout flow. So this is a great flow for those of you that may have had a hard workout yesterday or the day before or just now, like I did. So we're gonna stretch it out using many different yoga poses and allow ourselves to feel comfortable. So grab your yoga mat and then we'll start our practice. All right, let's start practice in child's pose. So bring it on down to tabletop first. So we'll find hands and knees, and then from hands and knees, bring your big toes together, separate your knees, and then gently sink your hips back, arms forward. And then if you want to, this is a kind of a restorative option. You can put a pillow right here underneath your head to lay your head down if you want, okay? So this like supported child's pose with your head on a pillow might be really comfortable. But again, it's just an option if you prefer to do something like that or not, based on kind of like how you're feeling, your tightness level. But up to you as we get started. So take some time here in child's pose, deepen the breath. Connect to your own energy. When we practice virtually and we practice kind of with ourselves in our spaces, it's a little more difficult to find a connection, especially depending on the space you're in. So I invite you here, really sink into your yoga mat. Sink into the four corners of your yoga mat. So feeling the long edges, the short edges, noticing within your mat where you feel comfortable. And see if that allows you to take a big inhale. So I want you to breathe into your back. And then exhale, let your stomach fall back onto your thighs as you exhale. Good, do that again. Big breath into your back. You're going to feel it fill up with air. And then open mouth, exhale. Feel your chest fall on your thighs. Good, do that one more time. Inhale, fill up your back with air. And then open mouth, exhale as your breath falls, as your chest falls on your thighs. Good. Take your time here and breathe in and out. You can always take an open mouth exhale to release extra stress, heat, energy, air. Or you can work with the nose breath, so in and out through your nose. And then on your next breath, press into your hands, press into your fingertips, lift your forearms up. So now you have these kind of long arms. Now there's space underneath your triceps, underneath your armpits, underneath your forearms. And then look forward. So try to elongate this little stretch here. Good. Exhale, ground the hands, put your head down. And now roll forward to tabletop. Hands are down, separate your knees, and now give me a little bump from side to side and just kind of feel the energy move from left to right. Good, now spin your hands, right hand, left hand. And this should feel like a really nice wrist stretch, especially into the forearms. So inhale, let the belly drop, let the gaze move up. So here's your cow pose. Good. Exhale. Here's your cat. Big tuck in round. So feel that rainbow-like shape you can create here. One more. Inhale, cow. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. Good. Exhale, cat. We tuck, we round, we puff up. Good. Spin your hands forward. High plank. So one foot and then the other. Nice. I want you to take your time here in high plank. Core is actively engaged. Push back through your heels. Feel your chest reach forward. You're here for 4. You can always put your knees down early if you need to. Otherwise, try to stay lifted with me. 2. Good. Exhale, down dog. Push with your hips. Bend your knees to get started. If you're an extra tight human, you can bend your knees a lot in down dog. If you feel like maybe
bending your knees a little bit feels good, you can do that too. Good. Take 3 more breaths, just trying to get set up. So sometimes I just like to drop a heel, bend the opposite knee, and then I feel that really nice calf stretch. And then I switch, or maybe you might be staying more still, just finding even space on each side. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Press your ribs to your thighs, and then exhale, go to plank. Good. And then back to down dog. One more time. Bend your knees a lot, ribs to thighs. Hold, big stretch, hips up. Good. Exhale to plank. And then lift your hips up and back, down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. So here's your first forward fold, and this is where you might feel really tight, especially in the back of your legs. So if you do, you can put your hands on blocks. It's up to you. All right, and then I just want you to softly fold forward. I'm going to bend my knees here to reduce some tension, stretching in my low back and my legs. And then we're going to reach for opposite elbows or triceps and then sway with me from side to side. Good. Sway with me from side to side. Left side, right side, sway. Left side, right side, sway. Good. Now release your hands away from the body. Let them release down. Halfway lift your spine. Get nice and long. This is where you want to stick your butt out and reach your chest forward, making your back really tight and really long. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Sorry for that word stutter. Good. And now let's slowly rise to stand. So we just want to carefully bring the body up. And once the body stands tall, then we can kind of maneuver our feet where they feel comfortable on our mat. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Open up. Good. Maybe a left to right in the neck and shoulders. Some of you starting to move a little bit. Maybe you're feeling better than when we just got started. Good. And then roll your palms forward. Close your eyes with me. So stand really tall. And I invite you to breathe in and out with your feet firm and your legs firm. And your heart open. Good. Full inhales. And deep exhales. With your eyes closed here, you already notice kind of what brought you to your mat in your child's pose, but here, what keeps you focused during your practice today? Let's sweep our arms up on our inhale. You can gaze up. Good, lean back, lift. Good, exhale, bow down. Hands are gonna meet the earth. Take a flat back. I'm gonna put my hands on my shins just because my legs are feeling tight. And again, your hands can be on your legs the whole time. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Stand up again. Half sun salutation. Rise, lean back, open the heart. Fold forward, hands to ground, breath out. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And then one more time, that's it. Inhale, reach and rise. Breath in, grow tall, good. And then fold forward to exhale with me, hands to your mat. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to forward fold. Good. Step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. Inhale, look forward. Left knee stays lifted. Stay on your fingertips here. Nice deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Good. Step back to down dog with your right foot. Now roll forward to plank. We're going to take 8-point pose. So toes are on the mat, knees drop to the mat, chest drops to the mat, chin. Good. Hands are already on the ground. Then you slither through for cobra, bent elbow. This option's great. Or cobra with straight arms, pelvis stays rooted. Good. Exhale to go flat. Pressing back to child's pose where we started class, breath out. Good. Shift forward to tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale, flip your hands around again. Open the wrist. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. Good. Turn your fingers forward, tuck your toes. Land with me in downward facing dog. Now lift the left leg up from the back of your yoga mat. Reach it high. Hold here. Good. Step your left foot through. And again, you want to stay on the ball of your back foot. Reach your chest forward. And it's all about just letting this right hip kind of sink down, opening up through the hip flexor there. 3, 2, 1, right foot steps up to meet left foot. Variation of classical sun A. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Stand tall. Inhale, we're going to take our back bend and then split the hands, bend the elbows, open the heart. Good. Reach back up on your inhale, draw the abs in. Fold forward as you exhale with me. Flat back as you gaze forward. Now we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat this time. Keep your hands down. Let your right hip sink down. Lift your chest. 3. Good. Right knee is still hovering right above the ground. 2. Exhale, ground the hands. Step back, down dog. We shift to plank. Toes are on the mat. Knees drop. Now, as the chest drops, by the way, the belly stays lifted. Chin. Good. Slither through, cobra. Bend elbows, straight arms, up to you. This time, hold it and go straight back to child's pose. Shift to tabletop. We spin our hands one more time. Spin the left and the right. Wrists should feel much more open as we inhale. We look up. And then as we exhale, we tuck and round. Good. Spin your hands forward with me. Tuck your toes. Nice effort. Down dog. Hips up and back. Right leg lifts from the back of the mat. Reach it high. Step through. Same as before, we keep the back knee lifted. The toes are pushing down, and then maybe sink your left hip a little closer to the mat. Hold on to that. Good. And then step up, feet together. Halfway lift your spine, grow long. Exhale, fold forward. Can you tuck your chin? Can you look back between your knees? Good. Now bring your feet together so your big toes touch. Your heels are going to have a little slither of space. Come into your first chair pose. First, because you'll have more than one. Take a big inhale here and then open arm twist to the right. So try to take your right hand all the way behind you and your left arm in front of you so you'll feel the full rotation of the ribs. Pull the belly muscles in. Keep sending the hips backwards. Hold. And you can look back if you like, or you can look forward. So looking forward, much less tension on the neck. Inhale, center chair. Good. Stand up, grow tall. Now, circle your arms all the way back behind you like you're putting your hands in your pockets. And then support your back. Lift your heart. Good. Keep supporting your back as you fold forward. So hold it all the way down. Once you get to the base, halfway lift. Good. Left foot steps back. This time the knee's going to come all the way down. So it's going to be a little bit more intense because if your hips are tight or your thigh is tight, you'll feel it. Now bring your arms up. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Keep your arms in the air. Keep your hips moving forward. If this is too much, watch my right knee. I'm just going to back up some by pulling my hips back, much less tension. If you feel good, sink in. Good. Exhale your hands down. Step to down dog. Breath out. Roll forward to plank, this time full chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, whichever one you prefer. Cobra or up dog, which is where you push into your feet, the thighs lift. And then down dog, we push back. Now walk your hands to the back of your mat and find your feet. So you're in a forward fold at the back of the mat this time. Good. Halfway lift the spine. And then take a gentle forward fold. Good. From here, bend your knees a lot and then really just take your time. Roll it up to stand like a really nice lazy roll. Let the shoulders that are forward come back. Good. Hands to heart center. Raise your left knee up. So you're standing on your right foot. Cross your left ankle over your thigh with me. Flex your foot. Now sink your hips back with me. And then once you get here, stay or forearms to shin. Once you get here, stay or hands to ground. Good. Hold on to whichever version you have chosen here for 3. You can roll your left ankle out if you want to. That's the ankle of the foot that's crossed. 2. And then if you're with me on the ground, bring your forearms back to your shin. If you're here, meet everyone else, hands to heart center. Good. Bring your left knee all the way up through standing. Engage your core. Cross your left foot over your right foot. Squeeze your legs really tight. Now fold directly forward. Good. Now walk your fingertips where your left foot just was. Take a little twist. And your right hip is going to push right. And you're going to feel this on the outside of your right hip and hamstring. 3. Good. Maybe even tuck your chin. Try to look at your kneecaps. 2. 1. Walk your hands back to center. Uncross your legs. Whew. Good. Pedal it out side to side. And then from there, walk your hands out. We meet back in down dog together. From the back of the mat, lift your right leg up and then roll your ankle out again if you wish. And then step your right foot through. Good. Come high up onto your fingertips or use your blocks and then just deep inhale, look forward. Left hip sinks down just like the beginning. Now straighten the right leg, pull back. Twice more. Sink down, fingertips, lift the heart. Good. Pull back, straight leg, drop the gaze. Final time. Bend, open the heart. Good. Exhale, straighten and fold. Now bend your knee forward, step up this time, feet together. Lengthen halfway. Fold forward, look at your feet. Make sure your big toes are towards each other. Separate your heels a bit. Nice. Now squat with me. Come back to chair pose. Extend your arms long. And if this is uncomfortable, it's okay to be like almost standing with just slightly bent knees too. And then open arm twist to the left. And again, I like to use my right hand, kind of help open up. And you'll see I kind of push my shoulder almost. And then extend and reach. Engage your core a lot. See if you can look behind you, but if that doesn't feel good on your neck, just look forward instead. Good. Bend your knees slightly deeper. Feel the opening here. And then inhale, come forward, chair pose. Stay here. Strong, strong, strong. Good. Back bend at the top. Stay elevated. Take your hands in a big circle. Find your low back. Hold on to it. Open up your chest. Good. Keep holding as we fold forward together. Once you get to the bottom, hands to the earth or legs halfway lift. Good. Hands are going to come down. We're going to step our right foot back this time and lower your knee to the mat. So again, pretty deep stretch coming your way. So when you're ready, inhale, bring your arms up. Good. Lift. So again, if this right thigh is just screaming at you because you're too deep in this pose, I'm just going to take my hips, pull my knee back some, and then I'm going to stay right here. Less of a stretch, but less intensity if it's too much, okay? 3. I definitely have to breathe into it. This is not easy. 2.
Good. Release your hands down on one. Now, lift your right knee up. Step back with your left foot, down dog. Push into plank, roll forward. Knees, chest, chin, knee down, push up, your choice. Flow with me, please. Inhale. And exhale. Take a full round of breath in down dog. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more comfortable. And then we're going to peel our left leg all the way up to the sky. I lied. You're going to put your left leg down. We're going to walk our hands to the back of our mat. We don't want to forget this. Halfway, lift your spine, lengthen. Good, fold. Now bend your knees a lot. We're going to use that rounded back to slowly stand. Good. And now bring your hands to your heart. All right, now pick up your right knee. Left foot is on the earth. Cross your ankle over your thigh as I'm falling over. And then when you're ready, start to sink down. And then this left ankle, roll it out. Let it feel welcome. And again, you can meet me here. I like to use this as a resting and a stretching pose. So I try to always bring my hands down because I still feel the deep hip stretch as well. Good, 2 more breaths. And then ever so slowly, you're going to bring your forearms back to your shin if your hands are on the earth. And then we'll meet everyone else, hands at heart center. And then inhale, knee lifts to chest. Keep it up, keep it up. Good. Now step your right foot over your left foot. Squeeze your legs a lot. Fold forward. Fingertips walk to the right, so give me a little twist here. Push your hips to the left. Create an opening. 3. Good. Find space in the outside of your hip for 2. Good. Fingertips are going to crawl back through center. Exhale, we unwind the feet. This time, take a toe balance with me if you don't mind. So we're going to come into the balls of the feet. We're going to sink the knees forward. And this may or may not be accessible to you based on your knees and ankles, but see if you can get here with me. And then maybe you can just sink down and forward. Keep your hands on the mat or pull your knees together. And then maybe you can balance on the balls of your feet, keeping your spine upright, which is also pretty challenging. 3. Good. Folding forward in 2. If this is easy, close your eyes. And then 1, hands down, fold forward. Always good to stretch out your feet, and that will help for sure. Get a nice stretch in. Walk your hands out to down dog. And now we'll go back to that lifted left leg. So left leg is going to lift all the way up. Roll your ankle out. And now the left foot's going to step all the way through. Good. Come up onto your fingertip pads or use your block. Same as before, we sink the right hip down, but don't let it touch. And then we straighten the left leg. 2 more. We sink in. And then we straighten. And then we do that 1 more time. We sink in. Good. And we straighten. Now, you've already taken your chair pose twist on both sides. So this time we're going to bend our left knee. We're going to pivot to our right so that we land in a wide-legged forward fold, okay? From here, I want you to bend your knees a little bit. Come all the way through standing with me. Okay, you're going to raise your arms up into the air. Take a big inhale. And then circle your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Glide your knuckles down your butt. And then take a quick peek at your feet. Your toes should be slightly turned in. Push down into your feet. Glide your knuckles down your glutes. Open up your heart. Good. Exhale with soft knees. Dive forward. Tuck the chin at the bottom. Look back between the feet. And then as your knuckles come up, you might feel very comfortable here. You might feel very uncomfortable. So if that's the case, you can always release your hands to your low back or down to the ground. Try to hold on to your bind for 3, 2,
And then gently put your hands on your low back and then on the ground. Halfway lift your spine and lengthen. Good, forward fold. Shake your head out left to right. Good, turn your right toes out, sink in. Left toes are up as you do so and breathe. 3. You're in Skandasana, right knee is deeply bending here. 2. And then on your exhale, you're going to come through center. And then you're going to go to the other side. Good. Take another full breath in. And then exhale from there. Come through center. You're going to go back to the first side one more time. And then if you're comfortable, you're going to place your arm in front of your leg. So same arm, same leg, right arm, right leg. And you're going to raise your left arm up. 3. 2. Good. Exhale, put your hand down, shimmy to the other side of your mat one more time. Left forearm, right arm. 3, 2. And then exhale, forward fold and center to close this out. Exhale, drop your head and breathe out slowly. Good. Now, bend your knees a little bit. You're going to slowly come up through stand. Good. Transition the right toes to the back of the mat. And then come into warrior 2. So you're still facing the long edge of your mat. You've just turned your right knee. Your gaze is forward over your right arm. Your breath is quiet here. Your core is engaged. Now inhale, reverse the warrior. So give me a big stretch back. Good. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Left arm comes all the way over your head. Hold there. And then we're going to play the repeat game, okay? Inhale, reverse the warrior. Left hand slides down, right arm rises. Exhale, right forearm to thigh, left arm to sky. Deep stretch, reach. Last one. Glide it back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Stretch. Extend the left arm once more. Beautiful. Come back up through warrior 2. Look forward over your right arm. Straighten your right leg. Turn the right toes in. Good. We're going to repeat on the left. So now left toes turn forward. So back to the front of your mat. Extend your arms. And again, if you pulled your torso with you, bring that baby back. It wants to be right on that long edge. Left knee is forward. Inhale to reverse. Good. Exhale, left forearm to thigh. Right arm is going to come all the way over the head. Good. Inhale, come back up. Reverse your warrior. Left arm up, right arm down. Exhale, left forearm to thigh with me. Right arm up. Last one. Inhale, flow. Stretch. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Right arm reaches over the head, elongate. Good. Land in warrior 2. Look forward over your left arm, strong hold. Good. This time cartwheel your hands down, and we are going to step forward, so make your transition all the way up. Good. Shake out your feet if you need to. Shake out your legs. And then exhale back to opposite elbows, how we started class. You guys are going to grab your elbows just like this. Good job. And sway with me from left to right and side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms. Good. Halfway lift, long, flat back. Exhale, bring your feet closer together as you fold. We're going to return to the toe balance that we did before. So come into the balls of your feet, sink down, and hold.
Quick water break. All right, now, if possible, you're gonna put your hands on your thighs and try to really, really sit up straight. And then maybe your hands come to your heart. 3. Good. Close your eyes if you're still very easily balancing. 2. And then exhale from there. You're going to widen your knees. You're going to bring your hands in front of you. All right, now stay here. You can walk your forearms down if you're really open, or watch. I'm going to wrap my right arm around, grab my heel, my left arm around, grab my heel, and then I kind of round in order to get a really deep stretch, and then maybe your head touches. And if not, you can put a block there, or you can just avoid the bind and just keep your arms in front of you for 3. Good. Should feel good in your low back. 2. And then bring your hands out in front of you. Exhale, gently fold forward. Watch the deep bend of those knees as we transition to straight legs. Good. Elongate the spine, lift and lengthen. And then hold here, bend your knees some, and then stand up. Hands come to heart center as we stand. Stand on your right foot. Raise your left knee up through hip height. Return to figure 4. So we're going to take our left ankle back over our right thigh and sink down. Now, option 1, you're going to put your left forearm on your left leg, put your right hand on your right hip, and try to turn to the right. Option 2, you can use a block. Left hand to the block, right hand to right hip, or right arm to sky. Option 3, no block needed, hand to mat or pillow, right arm reaches up. 3. Good. Figure 4, twist. Keep bending your right knee. 2, that's your standing leg. And then using your next breath, very carefully bring your hands back to heart center. And then inhale, bring your left knee back in line with your belly button. Stepping back into high lunge, so slow transition. Right knee stays bent forward, both arms reach up. Lean back, open up the heart. Good. Frame your right foot. Step your left foot up a few inches, anchor your left heel for pyramid. I want you to come up with your hands on your hips and stand all the way up. Right toes are forward facing. Check my left heel, it's down. From here, grab opposite elbows from behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open up your heart. If you can't do that, that's totally fine. And then fold forward with me. Nice job. Bend your right knee a little. And then watch your right butt, because it likes to turn out to make life easier. But see if you can pull your right butt behind you as you feel the balance folding over your right leg. 3. Drop your chin all the way. Look back toward your left thigh. 2. Good. Release your bind. Big transition, standing splits, okay? Last pose here. Left leg lifts up. Take your right hand to the back of your right leg. Pull your chest to your right leg. Lift your left leg higher. 3. Push down in order to lift up. Create space. 2. Good. Exhale, release your left foot to meet your right foot. Release your your right hand down, and then exhale, fold in. Let's take a vinyasa before we do the second side. So inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, high plank as your hands meet the earth. You're going to lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Bend your knees. Exhale, hold. Maybe open mouth. Let it go. And then look forward to your hands. Here's your chance to jump forward or step, your choice. Lengthen halfway once you arrive. Nice. And then fold in.
All right, reach forward to come up. Inhale, arms up, eyes up. We lean back. And then gather your hands to heart center. Okay, let's pick up the right leg this time. Cross your ankle, come into figure 4. So option 1, put your right forearm on your right shin, left hand to left hip or left hand to sky. Option 2, grab a block if you'd like to or use the ground. Right hand to block, left arm to sky. Good. Choose what's best for you. Keep your left knee bending, keep your right foot flexed. 3. Grow tall. 2. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to hold this balance. You've got it. And now bring your right knee all the way up. Line it up with your belly button. Up, 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 up. Good. Step back, high lunge. Take your arms all the way up to the sky. Stay strong in your legs, even if they're shaking like mine. Take a big inhale, lean back. Good. Exhale, frame your foot. All right foot is going to step up and over to the right. Heel anchors down, plop. All right, put your hands on your hips, stand it up. Good. Make sure your hips are forward facing right now. So if you're kind of turning out right away, try to keep your right hip forward, your left hip back with me, and then grab the opposite of opposite elbows. So kind of like the awkward grip. Inhale, open up. Good. Now, as you fold forward, keep your left butt cheek behind you. Try not to let that baby pop out to the left as you drop down. Very common, not wrong. It's just hard to keep it in alignment, so do the best you can here. Good. Get the shakes. That's okay. 3. Hands will hit the mat in 2. Really let your head hang. Let gravity pull it down. Stretch your neck. You've got this. Good. Hands meet the mat. Whew. And then big transition, standing split. Right leg up. Left hand to left leg. Extend. 3. Good. Actively lift your leg. Feel the work. 2. Good. Left hand lowers, right foot meets left foot. Halfway lift your spine, get long. And forward fold. Inhale, standing back bend. Bend the elbows like we did before. Open it up. Good. Reach to the sky. Inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Good. Lengthen. Let's make our way to plank. Take a full breath in. Just drop your feet to the left. Don't pick up your hands. Hold it. 4. Hands stay flat. 3. Shoulders over wrists. 2. Beautiful. Come to center. Inhale. Exhale. Feet drop to the right. Hold it. 4. Stay in plank. 3. You got this. 2. Come back to center. Beautiful. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Back bend of choice. It's okay to rest here. Now we take the child's pose that we've been craving. Hips to heels. Woo. And breathe. My body was tired after all that standing work too, so just giving us the rest here. Low back softens. Breath is quiet. Good. Breathe. Now we are going to move into just a little bit of work here. We're going to move into dolphin pose, all right? And that's to make you stronger, your core, your shoulders. So let's bring our hands together like prayer pose, pinkies down, thumbs up. Look at your elbows and bring them a little closer than you think you should, just so that you have plenty of stability. All right. Tuck your toes with me. And then let's lift our booties. Now you look back at your feet here. If we're doing forearm stand, you do pick up the chin and you look forward some, but we're not. So we're just looking at our feet so that we can relax our neck. And then what I want you to do from here is feel free to lift your chin a little bit, look forward just towards your elbows. You don't have to look at your hands. And then peel your right leg all the way up. Good, put it down. Peel your left leg all the way up. Hold it right there. And then put it down. Good, look back at your toes, so relax your neck. Drop your knees, untuck your toes, and then gently sit back on your heels. Let's get that really nice quad, shin, ankle stretch here. So you might get a foot cramp if you don't do this a lot. And if you do, just pop forward so you can stretch it out. Otherwise, try to just kind of sit back on your heels. And then if you want to keep going, you're going to bring your hands back behind you, okay? And then you're going to pick up your knees. 3. Good, and I really feel this opening in the tops of my feet. 2. Exhale, put your shins down. Good, sit up nice and tall. And then gently transition to tabletop. We're gonna thread the needle. So what I want you to do first is you're gonna take your left arm way out in front of you, and you're gonna raise your right arm to the sky. Good, now we're gonna keep our left arm out in front of us, thread your right arm underneath, and now the left arm is already in place to keep walking further forward. And this should feel really nice in your back, shoulder. 3 breaths. Good. Inhaling and exhaling slowly. And then on your next exhale, left hand's going to come underneath your left shoulder. Right arm is going to rise all the way back up where it came from. Right hand's going to plant down. Now, take your right hand with me all the way out. Boom. Take your left arm all the way up with me. So what we did was we just took the arm further than we normally would. Good. Now thread. Left ear comes down. Good. And then walk your right arm even further if you want to. And stretch. Good. 3. And close your eyes if it feels good. 2. Bring your right hand back into place. Push. Left arm all the way up to the sky. Good. Exhale, release both hands. Tuck your toes. Head back to down dog for me. One more time. Push back with your hips. Take your right leg all the way up. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Good. And just stay here and stretch. 3. Look back at your left foot. See if your left heel can go down. 2. Even weight in both hands. Straighten the leg. Exhale, right toes touch down. Left leg, pick it up. Same thing. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open up your hip. Keep looking back at your right leg. Good. Take another full breath in. Open, open, open. Stretch your left leg high. Good. Exhale, release your left toes. Beautiful. Put your knees down on the mat. Bring your hands to your low back. Tuck your toes, all right? So toes are tucked, heels are up, which elevates the heels higher from the ground. And then from here, you're going to put your hands on your low back, squeeze your elbows together, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then lift. 3. Variation of camel. 2. Squeeze your butt, and then slowly come up. Good. Now you can untuck your toes or keep them tucked. Just sit back for a hot second. We're going to do one more round where you can repeat the same thing, which is just kind of a very small back bend supported, or you're going to reach for your heels, okay? So we're going to take an inhale, pop the hips up. All of this is very firm, okay? We got to tighten it up for this pose to protect the spine.
So I want you to very carefully squeeze your glutes, notice how your back feels, and then maybe find your legs. And then you push your chest forward. And then if you feel really good, you drop your head. I don't really like that. So I'm going to keep my chin tucked. Good. 3, really push your hips forward. Nice. 2. And then put your hands on your back, one and then the other. Bring it up. And now again, tucked or untucked, we just sit back for a second. We're countering the pose, so we just went from a back bend into a nice neutral spine with a slight C curve. We're just not going into like a full counter because we don't want to go too deep right away. And now let's have a seat on our butts. Whew, hard pose, Ustrasana, camel. Not a favorite of mine. Now, toes up, heels down, sit tall. Soften through the low back a little bit, so a little shimmy, shimmy if you need it. Raise your arms all the way up. Good. Reach all the way forward, like really reach. Like feel like you're going to get more space than you think you will. Then let yourself come down once you arrive. And maybe you arrived further than not. Maybe you arrived exactly where you thought you would be. And just breathe here. 3. Full breath in, full breath out. 2. Good. Slowly come up on 1. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to plant our right foot on the inside of our leg. And now take your left leg out to the left a little bit. Place your hands in front of your shin and next to your left side and turn your body some. And now fold forward over left leg. Good. Feel the stretch in the right lower back. 3. Full breath in, full breath out. 2. And then on 1, you're going to very slowly bring your torso up. You're going to take a seated twist to the right. So you're going to rotate. Good. My back cracked. And then come back to center. And then switch. Right leg out, left foot in. Good. Put your left hand in front of your left shin. Put your right hand kind of next to you / behind you. Give yourself that good turn. And then exhale, fold in. And this is kind of like a pretty lazy fold that I'm doing because I'm just putting my head down. But if you want to, you can grab your foot. You can put your chin on your shin, more active. Good. 1 more big inhale here. And then you'll very slowly bring yourself up. Exhale, seated twist to the left. And then gently turn forward. Good. 1 more pose here. I want you to go ahead and widen your legs, a little wider than your mat. So not too wide, but my feet are off my specific yoga mat. Sit up really tall. And then try to fold forward between your legs. Maybe you stack your fists one on top of the other. Put your head down. Maybe you have a block there. Maybe your head can touch. 3 breaths. Reducing sensation here as we fold and finding your inhales and exhales. Good. And then on your next breath, we're going to slowly bring the spine all the way up. And then bring the legs together. Scooch forward so you have room to lay down. And you're going to lay all the way down onto your back for the first time today in class. Because you made it. Yay! Hug your knees into your chest, and then let's get that nice sacral rock side to side. And then sometimes I like to even hold my kneecaps instead of my shins, and I kind of let my kneecaps create some traction because I hold on to them, and then it's almost like my kneecaps are trying to get away from me, but then I'm trying to pull them towards me.
So there's this really nice traction that happens in my lower back as I rock. Good. And then exhale, let your left foot ground down. Raise your right leg up. You can hold your hamstring, your calf muscle, or if you have room, take your right peace fingers to your right big toe. And then feel free just to stretch your right leg towards you. Good. Noticing this right hamstring and what feels good for it. Really try to take your ankle and your heel and turn them up to the sky as you pull your toes towards your face. Good. And then you'll feel a much deeper stretch. So here's my foot in relaxation, right? And then watch my foot as my heel goes up and my toes come in. There's a big difference from chill foot to working foot, which changes the stretch in my hamstring. Good. Let's put the right foot down, bend your knee, plant your foot. Let's do the left side. Hamstring hold, crawl up further, or peace sign fingers to big toe hold. Good. And then we just pull the leg towards us. Three. Good. Two. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to bend our knees and plant our feet. And then just give me a nice windshield wiper. So that means drop the knees right and left. And as you do that, you'll kind of feel your glutes pick up on one side, pick up on the other. Now we're going to let our knees stay to the right, okay? They're in what we call a scissor fashion, meaning the left knee's inside of the right knee. So we're going to pick up the right foot, flex the foot, put it on top of the left thigh, and then that will help pull the left thigh down towards the ground and help open up the left thigh and hip flexor here. Close your eyes if you want to, and just really feel the opening in this left thigh bone, hip flexor region of the body. 2 more breaths as you feel the stretch. And then exhale, the right ankle will come off the thigh. You'll shift back through center. The right knee will fall down inside of the leg. The left ankle will come on top of your right thigh. And then you'll pull it down. Three. It's the same pose, just on the other side. 2. And then your ankle will uncross. You'll shift back through the center. Good. Bend your knees and plant your feet, and then just elevate your hips to a point where you can really squeeze, tone, and firm your glutes for me. And then walk your shoulder blades underneath your back some more as you prop up your low back, prop up your body, squeeze your butt. Good. And then lower down inch by inch, bone by bone, until you get all the way down to the bottom. Take a breath in here, and then on your exhale, push into your feet, rise up, 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 squeeze your butt a lot. Shoulder blades walk under. And if you want, you can interlace the fingers here and push the pinkies down. 1 more big inhale. Good. Exhale, you're going to undo your hands and then slowly lower to the base. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's give our knees 1 more hug, which will turn into a very lovely happy baby pose. So rocking from left to right. Massage. There's a snoring puppy in the background you may or may not be able to hear. Very relaxed. Good. And then on your next breath, I invite you into Shavasana. So legs can extend long. You can also bend your knees and let your knees fall open as your feet plant. I'm going to go legs long. Palms up to the sky or palms down. And if you're super uncomfortable on your back, you can also flip over to your side or lay on your belly, all kinds of options. I encourage you to notice the stillness that comes from Shavasana and what's happening inside of your mind. Maybe there's a focus on your breath. Take one more big inhale with me as we lay here. Open mouth exhale, let it all go. Shift your head from side to side. Good. And then exhale, you can roll to your right or you can hug your knees in. And then from there, we'll make our way up to seated. You can also stay in Shavasana longer since that was quick. So feel free to stay laying down. And then bring your hands to your heart or rest your hands in your lap and just let your eyes close one last time if you're comfortable or look down. Offering gratitude for your body and the time to practice. The beauty in slowing down our movement and letting us stretch and feel each muscle, each bone, each tendon, ligament, joint, and find each breath along the way. Let's bow our heads all the way to the earth. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. Good work.